Have you wanted to reshape the world's political landscape in your vision? All you needed is some sort of major event, some catalyst to convince others to follow your vision. Oh, what is that? Aliens have arrived in the solar system? This is just what you have waited for. Now is your chance to reshape the world.
What do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
Terra Invicta is a politically focused grand strategy game that explores an alternative reality where aliens have fractured the Earth into several ideological factions. As you lead one of these factions, you will use your advisors to convince the world's population to follow your faction's vision. Your ability to guide your faction will allow you to take over civil, political, and military infrastructure around the world. And, if successful, lead the world's response to the aliens' invasion. But before you move into tactical combat for or against the aliens, you and your advisors will need to take control of the Earth's nations by playing populist games, defending your interests, and using espionage. You may even need to assassinate your enemy's advisors.
I swear, I didn't mean to kill you.
Once you take control of Earth's nations, you can start using them and improving their infrastructure and even building yourself a space program. Why do you need a space program? You will need this space program to explore and expand across the solar system as you prepare for the arrival of the aliens. And with your new space fleet, Earth's ground forces, and even nuclear weapons, you will be able to fight in a tactical combat against your enemies. So the question is, are you going to welcome the aliens to Earth or make sure they never come back? The first thing that you need to do is choose your faction that you are going to lead. Are you going to resist the aliens? Well, in that case, you are going to want to play either the Resistance or Humanity first. The Resistance will protect humanity by resisting the aliens, while Humanity first will eradicate the aliens and all who support them.
Kill them all.
The Resistance is also the faction that you will play as your first game through the tutorial. Of course, you don't have to resist the aliens. You can support them. Do you wish to bend the knee to your new alien overlords?
And I, for one, welcome our new insect overlords. Like to remind them that as a trusted TV personality, I can be helpful in rounding up others.
Well, in that case, join the Servants, where you will support the aliens by any means necessary. According to the game's tooltips, this is considered one of the easier factions to play. So once you're done the tutorial, you may want to bend the knee. You will also have the Protectorate, who will appease the aliens in order to protect humanity. But why waste a perfectly good alien invasion? Instead, you could exploit it for your own personal gain and power.
Rule of acquisition number 9. Opportunity plus instinct equals profit.
Then you belong leading the initiative. Of course, if you're like me, you want a space station right off the bat. And in order to get that space station, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. For every like I get, I will give out an alien-crushing space station for all of your games.
Circle around and pretend we're in awe of the pylons.
Yes, sir.
Well, there are two factions that offer you a space station. The first, Project Exodus, who just want to escape the aliens by sending humans to other stars. Let's hope that they find habitable planets before you send those poor souls out on their lonely journey. Or the most difficult faction in the game, the Academy, who are a bunch of nerds that own the International Space Station. Your goal with them is to convince the aliens that we are equals with them. Yes, your job is to convince the aliens who just arrived in intergalactic spaceships that we are their equal. Small task.
Well, that was easy.
Now, I've been a tiny bit lucky, just a tiny bit with this, thanks to Hooded Horse, who have been amazingly generous with my channel. I've been playing this since about June. Since their tech demo back in June, I was able to play that, and I've been playing it on and off in the background. And then I just got access to the full game from them. They're not sponsoring this, but they've been very generous. And I have to say, I've been having a lot of fun with this game. Terra Invicta to me takes the resource management that I enjoy so much in Stellaris, and it puts it inside of an espionage game that I could only dream that Crusader Kings 3 would have. It is absolute, or any of them, frankly, any of the grand strategies I have. I haven't seen anything like it. It is amazing. So if you're really craving that grand strategy that has the political focus to it and that espionage focus to it, this is definitely the game for you. Like all good grand strategy games, it forces you to pay attention to every little detail. You have to pay attention to your advisors, your research, your holdings, projects, resources, and the enemy factions all at once. And that's before you get into the aliens. And of course, if you forget about one of them, it's going to punish you. This game is difficult, and I like that because that is what you want out of a grand strategy game, is a game that is going to push you and going to force you to really pay attention to everything in the game. So maybe we should be playing this on cinematic mode.
Yeah, this guy just wants a free lunch.
Now, it wasn't all rainbows and sunshine. There are a few things that I think that this game could improve on. The first thing is the pacing. At the beginning, unlike most grand strategy games where you get in there, you pause, and you figure out what your situation is and you get set up. That's the opposite of what happens here in Terra Invictus. Right away, I found myself hitting that 5-speed button and waiting. And that was a bit unfortunate. I felt like I was, at the beginning of the game, I was skipping way too much, and there was not enough for me to do. One thing that I think that they really can have an effect on to improve my enjoyment of the game is some of the UI elements. They're not as intuitive. It wasn't until actually lately that I even realized you could sort some of the tables just because they weren't intuitive on how you sort them. So I'm glad that I figured it out, but I hope that the UI gets a bit of a usability improvement. And also, I found that some of the tables loaded really slowly. So I do hope they improve that as well. But with that, I'm going to wish everybody a good morning, good day, good night, wherever you are.